Don't mind my eyebrows because I didn't feel like putting much attention towards them today because the majority of the attention is going to this guy. And this magical box that was made in LA is my new Colourpop order. So Karrueche and Colourpop had a collab and I ordered it about 2 weeks ago, and I guess because so many people were trying to order it that it took 2 weeks for it to get to me. So I haven't opened it yet. As you can tell, I'm opening it now. I wanted to open it up with you guys and do some swatches. God. Okay, so completely dismantled the box, but this is what it looks like. It says Colourpop. Oh, what is this? I didn't order this. So it's a Lippie Stix in T.G.I.F. Did I order this? I don't think I ordered this. So when you open the box, there's a bunch of these little postcard-like letters inside. This one says, "Hey love, if thank yous were snowflakes, we'd send you a blizzard. Love, Colourpop." Well, XOXO Colourpop. See? So cute. They like me. And then they actually wrote a personal letter that says, "Sorry we're late," because I was emailing like crazy, like, where's my order at? Like, it doesn't take that long. And then this is a letter from Karrueche. It says, "For the beautiful, independent, free-spirited girl, let your light shine bright. With love, Karrueche Chan." She's actually really pretty. Okay, and so then it came also with this, and this is basically like a little pamphlet of their different products that they have online, like their Super Shock shadows, and then it has some information about their Super Shock sheets. Say that 5 times real fast. Basically, it just has what they sell online in this little pamphlet. Okay, so this is what I ordered. This is the Kaepop quad. I'll open it in a little bit. I also ordered this cheek, which is in the shade Glow Up. So it's basically a highlighter. Yeah, it's basically a highlighter. And then this one is also a cheek, Super Shock Chic, and this one is a blush, I believe, and the name is Flushed. And then this one I also ordered. It's also a cheek, a Super Shock Chic, and it is a bronzer, and it's called Bronze Me. So I'm gonna go ahead and open the singles from the Kaepop line. Ouch. This is the blush. Once again, this is Flushed. This is what it looks like. It's I'm gonna say like a darkened coral color. It's really pretty actually. And it is a matte finish according to the box. And in case you don't know too much about Colourpop, they're very innovative in the sense of how their formula is for their eyeshadows. It's like a cream eyeshadow, so it's not dry or powdery at all. It's a cream. It's hard to explain actually, but it almost feels wet in a way. And the best way to apply it is with your finger. Once again, this is the blush, which is really pretty actually. You can even use this as an eyeshadow, to be honest. And they're super blendable, and you can build them up as well. So now the next one is the bronzer, which is called Bronze Me. And let's see, the finish is matte as well, according to the labeling. This is what it looks like. Doesn't look matte, huh? Doesn't look matte actually, it looks metallic. See? But anyways, this is what it looks like. Are you sure this is a matte finish, girl? Y'all tripping. Oh! Just kidding. This isn't Bronze Me. I knew it. This is a Glow Up, which is the highlighter. I was wondering why it didn't look matte. I was about to say, girl, y'all messed up. The next one is for sure the matte one that I was just talking about. This one is called Bronze Me. The other one was called Glow Up. And just let me like address this. I'm still stuck on this. So Glow Up, which is a highlighter, it says matte right there. It's not matte, as you can tell. But anyways, going back to the bronzer, this one is a Cocoa Bear color. Very creamy. This is what it looks like. We'll swatch it. So they're very pigmented. All their eyeshadows, Super Shock Cheeks, highlighters, blushes, bronzers, they're all very, very pigmented. So this is gonna last you a long time, to be completely honest with you, because you don't need a heavy hand at all. I'm gonna go ahead and open this up, which is the Kaepop Quad. And this is what it looks like. Cute, right? Okay. So this one, let's go, I'm just gonna randomly go in whatever order. This one is a eyeshadow, obviously. This one's called Sunset Boulevard. If you guys wanna get a closer look at that. And with my pinky, I'm gonna swatch it really quickly. So I'm gonna definitely reach more towards this one, aside from the initial highlight, which is Glow Up, because this one is more bronze. It's like a brown highlight, which is something I've never touched before, so I'm kind of nervous about that. I mean, it's still a beautiful shadow, but I'm more comfortable with something like this. And just so you guys get an idea, this is what it looks like. So it's a very natural looking highlight, as you can tell, at least for someone that's my skin tone. The next one is Crenshaw, which is a matte brown. Are these all matte? Okay, no, this one's pearlized. The previous one, Sunset Boulevard. Okay, so this one is matte. This one kind of, just without swatching it, it kind of reminds me of Bandit from Colourpop, which is the same thing almost. It's a warm brown color, although this one's a little bit deeper. So let's see what that turns out to be. So this is what it looks like. Let me swatch it on my hand. Okay, so it's actually similar to Bandit, but this, like I said, this one is more brown and has less orange, whereas Bandit has more orange and less brown. That makes sense. The next one is Wilshire, which is this one, and the finish is matte. This one is a softer brown, more of like a natural shade for someone of my skin tone. Let's go ahead and try that. This is what it looks like. Oh, that's so pretty. I like that. It's a peached brown. There's definitely peach quality in there. It has a little bit of brown in there as well too. I feel like the majority of these colors are brown based. Nothing to complain about. They're still very pretty. And then this one is Beverly, and this is also matte. So all of the shadows were matte except the initial one, which was Sunset Boulevard, and that one's pearlized. So Beverly is a plumbed, it's like a purple plum color. It's very dark. On camera it doesn't look that dark, but it's actually a dark purple. Let's see what that looks like. Oh, I just love how creamy these eyeshadows are. Holy crap. So this is what it looks like. And oh my gatos, I like this. I really like this. So it's not as dark as I thought it would turn out, which is perfect because I'm not really into vampy eyeshadows. So far I'm gonna say I like all of them except the dark brown one, which was Crenshaw, and that's this one. So this one's not my favorite compared to all of them. I mean, compared to these three. This one's not my favorite compared to these three. I still like this color, but the other three are my favorites. And as for these, the bronzer, blush, and highlight, I'm not too crazy about that highlight. I haven't tested it out on my face, so I can't really say anything yet. But as for the bronzer and blush, I'm definitely liking so far. So this one is T.G.I.F. It's a matte lippy stick. Oh, I want to try it out right now. Oh my god, I like this one. Oh, thank you, Colourpop. Thank you, thank you. I like this actually. I didn't think I was gonna like it. For some reason, when I applied it, I don't know, it just didn't look like it would be a cute color. It seemed like a washed down red at the time, but clearly it's not. So this is a matte finish. I don't know if I said that before, and this is actually my first lippy stick. I haven't bought any of them yet. I wanted to, but at the time I was broke. All right, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do my makeup using the Kaepop collection, just so you guys get an idea of what it looks like. Once again, the best way to apply these eyeshadows is with your finger or a synthetic brush. If you use any other type of brush, it's not going to pick up the pigment as well, because once again, these are cream eyeshadows. And I would recommend doing it with your finger. Oh, not that one. A clean finger. But right now I'm gonna use a synthetic brush because I have nails, and so it's gonna just poke my skin. It's gonna be a hot mess. Okay, so I guess I'm gonna go into this color, which is Wilshire. And using a synthetic brush, I'm just gonna lightly swirl that into the eyeshadow. And I kind of figured this is gonna be a a skin toned color for me, because when you look at it, it's a skin tone color. Come on now. I love Colourpop. I do have a whole lot of their eyeshadows. So if you guys ever want to see a Colourpop collection video, I can definitely do that for you guys. I have maybe 14 of their eyeshadows. Well, including this, I have like maybe 20 of their eyeshadows now. I never purchased any of their bronzers or blushes, so that's why I was really excited about this order, because it came with a bronzer and a blush. Cool, right? Cool. I love this lippy stick. It's so pretty. Let me go a little bit into, what was that? Beverly. I'm just using a Eco Tools dual end brush, and I'm using the shading side. So I'm just lightly tapping it in there. I'm not digging in there, because once again, these are very pigmented. And I'm just going to put that in my corner, my outer V area. I'm not going to do anything too crazy with this. I just wanted to give you guys an idea of what it looks like on my eyes, on my eyelids. So that first shade that I used with this brush, I'm going to use it again just so I can buff out that burgundy plum color, which was Beverly. Okay, so now that that is blended, I like it. I don't know why it seems so dark on this side of the room. Do you guys see that? Okay, so now I'm gonna use, what was that? Sunset Boulevard. I'm just gonna put that on the center of my lid. So for this one, I'm actually gonna use my fingers, not that one, or that one, because these are dirty. I'll use my pinky. I like it. I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's not super shimmery, which I can definitely appreciate. It is pigmented, don't get me wrong. That's the one that I just used. but maybe it's because it's so close to my skin tone that it doesn't really show. I may have to just use it like as a highlight or something. We'll see. We will see. So now using the darker brown shade, this one, which is in Crenshaw, I'm gonna put that on my lower lash line, just on the outside. Now I'm gonna bronze my face a little bit using the Bronze Me Super Shock Chic that I bought with it. That's so hard to say, Super Shock Chic. Like, seriously, can you say that 4 times in a row? Super Shock Chic, Super Shock Chic, Super Shock Chic, Super Shock. Okay, so I'm gonna use this and, oh, where'd it go? Using my Real Techniques blush brush. I like to use it for bronzing. I'm gonna just lightly pat that. And I'm going to warm up my face just a little bit. Okay, so one thing that I'm noticing is maybe with something like this, it's not a good idea to use something so loose as this, because I don't feel like it grabs a lot of the pigment. I've been like really working over here trying to build up the pigment and it hasn't really been working. Maybe something more densely packed in terms of like the brushes would be better. In fact, let me try that out. So I'm gonna use this, which is a what is it? Buffing brush for your foundation. I mean, that's what I use it for. And this one's a lot more packed and dense. So let's see if this one works. Oh yeah, I definitely noticed the difference. I'm gonna go ahead and use the blush, and I'm going to use a loose, actually I'm going to use this one, which is kind of loose. It's not as densely compacted as something like this. It still has, it's still able to move, and you can still kind of stamp the blush onto your skin. So I'm gonna use this and just pat it, and then blot it on my skin. Cool. I actually like this blush. Not too bad. I think I overdid it because I wasn't sure if it was showing or not. So don't mind that at all, darling. So now I'm gonna go into the highlighter. Once again, I'm a little nervous. This is a brown bronzed highlighter. So let's see how this one goes. Maybe I can use my finger for this one. Can't tell on camera. I don't know, I can't really tell. I mean, at least not on camera, but already from the looks of it, I mean, I already don't like it because look, I didn't put much on here on this side, so it doesn't look too brown, but it almost looks like I put bronzer right here in this area. I don't know if you guys can see that. I don't like it. I don't like it at all, actually. No. Maybe I can use this as an eyeshadow? Maybe? Ugh, get it off. Yeah, dude, I put a lot. I put a lot, but I couldn't see it, so I mean, what the heck? But even still, it's a brown highlighter. Not too crazy about that at all, actually. Let me just take this sucker off a little bit. Yeah, definitely want to put that on my highlighting area. Anyways, maybe some mascara. Why not? Okay, so my overall feelings towards this collab, I do not like this one at all for your cheek. It's a Super Shock Chic and Glow Up. I do not like this at all. Once again, it's a brown highlighter. Maybe, you know what, maybe it'll work for those of darker skin tones and deeper skin tones. This will definitely work, but for someone like me, it does not work out at all. It just looks like I put bronzer right here, and that never looks cute, ever. As for the bronzer itself, I do like this bronzer. I'm very glad that I got this, and I'm also glad that I got the blush. The blush I'm also crazy about. My favorite eyeshadows are these three, which is Sunset Boulevard, Wilshire, and Crenshaw, which are these three colors. I like this one too, but I like the other ones more. I hope you guys found this helpful at all. Once again, please let me know if you guys want to see a Colourpop collection, because I do have a lot of Colourpop stuff. Well, anyways, I'll see you guys soon. Thank you so much for watching, and take care, darlings. Bye, bebes.